All children have some behaviors that cause problems. Though unpleasant, tantrums, screaming, arguing, debating are all typical behaviors for developing young children. Part of this developmental process involves testing the limits for what they can and cannot do. Sometimes behaviors are how a child expresses strong feelings before they have found other, more appropriate ways to manage those feelings. At other times, children's problem behaviors, such as breaking the family rules, taking things that aren't theirs, or getting out of bed when they are told not to do so, may not be tied to strong feelings. These types of behaviors may simply result from the child making a decision that what they want to do is more important than keeping the rule. Parents may need your support to not take children's behavior personally and to understand these challenging behaviors are part of the developmental process. In the Module 3 Key Concepts, parents will learn that sometimes misbehavior can't be prevented and must be directly addressed. Behavior change can happen when parents consistently and effectively manage misbehavior over time. You will start this module by watching the Key Concept video with the parent. This module is called Effective Strategies for Addressing Misbehavior. You will learn that sometimes misbehavior can't be prevented and must be directly addressed. Behavior change can happen when parents consistently and effectively manage misbehavior over time. All children have behaviors which parents find challenging but have to manage. Though difficult to manage, tantrums, screaming, arguing, and debating are all typical behaviors for young children to a certain extent. Even hitting and biting are common in young children. Sometimes challenging behaviors are children's ways of expressing strong feelings before they have found acceptable ways to manage those difficult feelings. At other times, misbehavior may simply result from children wanting what they want when they want it. Part of your role as a parent is to help your child learn self-control and to behave within limits.
Let's take a deep breath.
Teaching children appropriate behavior helps them have positive relationships with people in their lives. Sometimes misbehavior can't be prevented and must be directly addressed. When children are behaving appropriately and things are going well, parents give positive attention and praise and can follow their child's lead and allow choices. But when children behave inappropriately, it's best for parents to be in control. Effective discipline is intended to teach children appropriate limits. The strategies covered in this module are most effective when embedded in a strong, positive parent-child relationship and heavily balanced with strategies that promote positive behavior or structure to the environment to prevent problem behaviors in the first place. Behavior change can happen when parents consistently and effectively manage misbehavior over time. When a parent establishes a consistent and predictable way of responding to children's misbehavior, children quickly learn what behaviors are acceptable. When children think there's a chance that their parents might give in after long stretches of acting out, they will keep trying. But if you are consistent, then your child will more quickly learn to use the appropriate behaviors. Consistency in your response to both positive and negative behaviors will teach your child the limits of what is acceptable and what is not. This will lay the foundation for your child's positive social and emotional development.
During the sessions in this module, you will be training parents in 2 specific strategies to integrate into their parenting skills. These strategies incorporate specific skills to manage negative behaviors when parents haven't been able to prevent them. To teach these strategies, you will watch a strategy video with the parent during each session, and then take time for modeling the skills and allowing the parent to practice them using role play or other interactive activities. You must be comfortable using the skills yourself and should prepare for every session by watching the strategy video you will present to the parents and planning for role play and practice together. This may mean preparing your space with toys and other items such as handouts that you may need for practice. For each specific strategy, this preparation may look different, and it can be helpful to prepare some ideas about typical challenging behaviors that can be role-played for practice. Recall how to conduct a role play using the following 4 steps. Explain to the parent what will happen.
And we can each take some, and what we'll do is we'll just pretend that we're playing together like you would be if you were playing with your daughter at home.
Model skills for parent while they role play the child.
Rolling it. I like the way you're rolling it.
Role play the child while the parent practices the skills.
Well, you're using both hands to mash the modeling clay.
Debrief the role play. Offer feedback.
That was great. You really brought your child back to the game.
And plan for practice at home.
We watched the video, we've done a little bit of practice, and I think we should plan ahead for how it's going to work at home.
Remember that parents may need some help getting started with the role plays.
How did it feel?
It felt okay. It's a little bit awkward at first.
You may need to give them direction or ideas on what to do when they role play the child, so you can model the skills, as well as provide feedback to help them practice the skills.
You want to avoid, stop that, or no, but instead you want to do it just like you saw that parent doing it there.
Just as in Module 1, many of the strategies involve more than one skill, so you will often need to go through and role play each skill one at a time to ensure that the parent understands and is comfortable with all the skills. Remember also that it is important to follow each role play with a debrief in which you can check in with the parent on how they are feeling about the skills, answer their questions, and offer feedback.
Well, let's look at our worksheet and we can plan for what practice is going to look like at home this week.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Each strategy role play session ends, as you recall, with planning for practice at home. This involves anticipating with the parent what the opportunities will be for practicing. What obstacles, such as busy schedules, siblings, and old habits, might get in the way, and troubleshooting with the parent around how they may handle these challenges. As in Module 1, you will present the parent with handouts to remember the key concepts and strategies, and use them to help the parent plan and prepare for using the strategies at home.